Hey guys and girls, Miss Griggs here, and we are going to go through our sight word book for the week. So these don't have numbers at the bottom, like number pages, except for the numbers of the book. So a good way to find it is if you look in your yellow Your Turn practice book and you find where it says Unit 2, Let's Explore Week 1. Okay, that's the best way to find it, and you will find the sight word book. Okay, now this is one of the only things that we're able to tear out. So remember, tear it out carefully because we need to see both sides of it and we're going to be able to turn it into a book. Okay, so this would be the back cover and the front cover. We've seen this before. We know it's the back cover because we write our name. It has a spot for our name on it. And it also has the title up here at the top. All the rest of the reading is at the bottom. So you'll know that this is the front cover by the title at the top and the back cover by your name. Okay, so I did not color mine this time, but I expect you to color yours because I want to see what beautiful, wonderful things you're going to do. Okay, usually I color it and show you, but once in a while I don't color it and I want to see what you do. Okay, I want to see your smart, creative brain. All right, remember that you're going to do your best work though. Alrighty, so we are going to look for sight words, and every time we see a sight word, we're going to grab our green crayon and we are going to circle it to highlight it, okay? So I'm going to start over here because when I read, I always start on the left side. So I see many, many sight words in this book. All right, first of all, I see I. So I'm going to circle I, and I'm going to lightly color over that so it looks highlighted. Okay, not too dark because I still want to be able to see the word through it. All right, next word, see. I'm going to circle that one. And I'm going to do the same thing, lightly color over it. Okay, next one, oh my goodness, another sight word. That's why we call them sight word books, because they are full of sight words. And so I'm going to circle that A, and I'm going to lightly color over it. I-C-A. And then remember, we can't read all the words yet. We're just learning our sight words. So it gives us a picture so that we get an idea of what that word is. I see a bird in this case. Okay, I'm going to move right over to the right-hand side. I'm going to start at the top because when we read, we start at the top and go to the bottom. So I see this says A, and it shows a girl walking here. Walk. So A is a sight word. Even though this one was a lowercase, this one's a capital. If it's standing alone by itself and not part of a word, another word, it is a word by itself, so it is a sight word. So I'm going to circle that A, and I'm going to lightly color it in so it is highlighted. Okay. I'm going to go down to the bottom now where I see some more words. Remember, we're not going to see words within the pictures. We don't read the pictures. The pictures are a clue for us to tell us what's going on. Okay, down at the bottom here, I, again I, so lightly color over that. And I have C again, so we're going to lightly color over that. And I have A again, and I'm going to lightly color over that. Alrighty, I'm going to do a double check here. I see A, then I have A up here. I see A, and it says a bird again. All right, and we'll talk about the difference between this sentence and this sentence in a minute here. All right, flip your whole thing over and let's look for the sight words in here. All right, we've got some different pictures here. All right, I see I again. I'm going to circle that, color that in quickly. I have C again, circle it and lightly color it in. We don't want to scribble over it so that we can't see the word. I have A again. I'm going to put that colored over just like that. I see a squirrel, and in our picture the girl's pointing to a squirrel just like down here. All right, next page, moving right along. I have another I here. Carefully color that in. I have C again. Color that in. And I have A again. Color that in. And if I look in my picture for clues like good readers do, they're showing the girl pointing to a rabbit. I see a rabbit. Okay, I'm going to do another double take here. Make sure I've got all my sight words. I see A. I see A. All right, we know that I did this part already. We double checked it. Okay, so now it's time to turn it into a book so that it looks like a book. So remember how it has this line straight down here, and it also has this line straight down here. So I'm going to turn it over so that I have the inside page part that is looking at me. And I'm going to take the left side, these two corners, and I'm going to bring it over until they meet the corners over here. So it should be right on top of each other, corner over corner, corner over corner, and then I'm going to crease it. That means I'm going to press it folded down. And now it's a little book and I'm ready to read it. Are you ready to read with me? Okay, I'm going to point with my finger. Okay, you can use anything to point. You can use a pencil, a crayon. Sometimes we have little star wands or things to point with, anything. Alrighty, so I'm going to read it and pay special attention to those sight words and you can read along with me. A walk. So that's the title of our book, A Walk. So here's a mom and her daughter going on a little walk. So when we read it, we know we're on the right track when we see the pictures matching what we're reading. If our pictures don't match, then we have to take another look at what we're reading and see if it makes sense, and maybe we made a little mistake. All right, here we go. I see a bird. Now this matches our picture because the girl is pointing to a bird up there. Okay, so that was page 1 of our book, the cover part. All right, we're going to open it up, take a quick glance at our picture. I see a squirrel. And yes, it makes sense because the girl is pointing to a squirrel, showing her mom a squirrel on their walk. Okay, next one, take a quick look at the picture. I see a rabbit. And it makes sense because she's showing her mom the rabbit that she sees. Okay, and then on our back page here, our back cover, I see a bird. Now I told you I was going to show you the difference between this sentence and the one that we saw on the front. So the very first thing that she shows her mom, and she just says it very calmly, I see a bird. And there's a period at the end, and we've talked a little bit about periods. Periods mean that we are finished with that sentence. We're finished with that thought. We're finished with what we wanted to say. So we're done reading it, we're done writing it, period. Okay, then we go on to a new thought, okay? When I see a period, that just means it's a statement. I'm just reading it in a regular voice. I see a bird. Now on the back, I see a period, but it has this line above it, and that's called an exclamation point. That's a big word. Try to practice it. Exclamation point. And what that means when I see that is that I'm very excited. Maybe I'm yelling it out. I'm saying it very excitedly. So she saw a bird up in the tree in the beginning, and if you look over here, there's a little birdhouse right there. And then on the back, by the time they came back home, the bird has come into the birdhouse, so she's very excited about it, so she reads it a little differently. I see a bird! She shows her mom, and she's very excited. And that is the signal that shows us how to read it. Okay, and we will keep practicing that all through the year in kindergarten. All right, when you're done with your sight words, please color it nicely in the lines, working up those muscles so that you can be a really good writer. And I will see it on Friday. All right, thank you very much.